Tim Frost endured a childhood of abuse and neglect. Now, as an adult, Tim finds healing and love through his role as a father and the music that he creates with his wife and very special son, Odin.
My name is Tim Frost. I am a musician, a husband, and a father to a nonverbal autistic son named Odin, and he's my life. We're a family that kind of just learns to go with the flow and let love be the guiding force.
That's what we think about pizza night.
I was born in East Texas and have never met my father to this day, a single mom with 3 brothers. We grew up in a cult where a lot of scary, dark things have happened. A lot of abuse, verbally, physically, sexually, had happened to me when I was a kid. My mom introduced me to drugs at 8 years old. People have told me when I was a child, like, you're worthless, you're nothing. Then they would say most horrible things. And I grew up feeling that and even taking it into adulthood, feeling worthless. When I was around 13 years old, I decided it was time for me to leave the house. In my mind, I felt like I was an adult already. I was doing things on my own. I didn't have a need for a mother or father. I quit school and started dealing and running drugs for people. I ended up in a lot of different places, a lot of very shady places. During my shuffle, I ended up in Tyler, and I went to the mall. There was a girl there.
That was the first, like, whoa moment. I can't even put my finger on just how drawn we were to each other. We just knew. Tim and I knew, we still know, and we still stand by it. We are a love that will stand the test of time.
When I was 18, I decided, let's get married.
And so we eloped. About 8 months into our marriage, when I found out that we were going to have a baby, I was not excited. Tim shifted my mindset just by letting me know that no matter what is going to happen, that we had each other and that he would love me and support me unconditionally.
The initial feeling for me when I found out that my wife was pregnant was, I was very, very excited. And then that's when the worthlessness came afterwards. How am I supposed to be a father when I have nothing to role model after? I've never had a father figure that wasn't abusive. During Deanna's pregnancy, we found out by the doctors that there were going to be a couple complications. Oh, did all the drugs that I did as a kid, is this why this complication happened? This is my fault. I know now that that's not true, but that feeling of worthlessness was so strong.
I truly felt like my life was over. Raising Odin, especially in what we call the dark ages, was very challenging. We didn't have a support system. We had probably 1 or 2 instances where it was like, oh, we're not even fighting anymore. We're not even laughing anymore. We were kind of just like surviving.
When Odin was born, that worthlessness came in like so strong. Like, why am I even here? Like, I can't be a father. I didn't know what the word father meant. What I thought is I had to have everything in control and be responsible enough in all aspects of life.
Oh wait, it's 2 in the morning, I forget I'm sleepy.
I hit a situation where, due to some paperwork that I misfiled, our house was gonna be foreclosed on. And as a father, as a husband, it just wrecked me. I got this thought in my head of like, God the Father, like what the heck does that mean? I was just so angry, so messed up in my mind. I was just like so mad. I started yelling to the sky and I started cussing at God. Like, where were you at when my mom was trying to hurt me? Where were you at when I was homeless on the streets? Where were you at when these drug dealers were doing horrible things? When I finally said my last thing, I was face down on the ground, just crying, bawling. I remember like feeling this thickness like honey on me, like I was just like weighted down. And I felt like I got swooped up, like how you swoop up a baby. And I knew that God was real at that moment and that he had protected me from all of these things. And that's kind of like where faith started to take a turn for me. And I was thinking like God the Father and all that. And I was thinking about me being a father and how much I love Odin and what I would do for him. And then knowing like there's a being higher in power that loves me like I'm his son. And even more than I love Odin, it's like hard for me to fathom that someone loves me more than I love Odin. I think when I realized what love truly was, it helped me to realize this love is what's better for me. That's the thing that I've been missing all these years.
Rose, can you ask for more, please?
Odin brings joy to our life just by being Odin. The love that he gives out is just seen and felt. I remember Odin just laughing and being so joyful in his room at like 1 in the morning. It's like he woke us up being pure joy. It's taught me that love is absolutely simple.
I've seen firsthand healing and redemption in Tim by the way that he fathers Odin. I truly believe it's because Tim had lacked all those things in his life, and his one wish is that he could make his son feel safe and comforted and loved. And even though Odin can't tell you those things, you know it and you sense it and you can feel it. It feels like we're in the presence of the divine, and we're not the only ones who say that. You always think you're biased because you're a parent, but truly, we always say there's like the thinnest veil between him and the divine.
When I hear the phrase, God is love, now I fully understand it's true. It's a free love. Odin is definitely the life changer.
Good night, Odin.
As I go to sleep tonight, I pray I be in Jesus' sight. Angels come and hug on me so I can have a good night's sleep. Amen. Amen.